Substack footers, while not appearing on your actual publication at the end of each post, are actually a crucial part of your email marketing when it comes to promoting your business or any message you have to say over on Substack. These footers are a great chance to promote any products that you sell, whether it's a physical product, a print-on-demand product, a digital product, a freebie, a book that you sell with Amazon KDP, or even services that you offer. These are also places where you can share other places that you exist other than Substack to your Substack following. And I really wanted to make this video mostly to show you that you don't have to actively push products when it comes to your Substack publication. I've seen a lot of people create Substack publications as a way to free blog, but what they actually do is just write about products, and no one wants to hear about that. The more organic thing would be to talk about a niche and actually provide information. And when you have these footers, that is your way to basically upsell or sell anything other than focusing on selling on the entire article. And it's my favorite thing to do. Now, I currently have 3 publications over on Substack. The first one is the one that I started for this channel. I think it was almost 2 years ago now, and I really, really like it. This is the maytribe.substack.com, which I upload content about things that I talk about in this channel, or sometimes like a completing piece of content. So I had the video of creating consistent characters with Ideogram, and then there was a Substack article giving you a lot of different prompts for free. So they kind of correlate with each other and not just writing, hey, there is a new video. And I have the second publication that I opened, if I'm not mistaken, in November of last year. And that one is targeted for human design manifestor types, even though it had more content about other human design types. And I have the third publication that I just opened, and there is nothing in it, which is called Blueprints Reflections, which is going to be completely dedicated to promoting my book, Blueprints of the Soul, as well as human design merch. Now, I wanted to edit the Substack footer for the Manifestor blog as well as for my own publication for a very long time, and I decided to do it in this video with you guys just to show you the thought process behind it. I will not be doing anything for the Blueprint Reflection Substack publication because I want to create a separate video that talks about how I'm going to use Substack to promote my Amazon KDP books. If that is interesting to you or anything that I'm talking about, feel free to subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we're going to edit 2 of my Substack footers. I'm going to show you how it's done. I'm going to show you what was there before and explain to you why I did what I did. It's going to be a ping pong video. You're going to see me, you're going to see my screen, you're going to see me, you're going to see my screen, and then me again. That's kind of how I like to call it. And I feel like I always forget to introduce myself. So for those of you who are watching this channel and somehow don't know, hi everyone, welcome to Passive Income with May. I'm May, otherwise the name of the channel would make no sense. And here I talk about the things that I do for my own passive income. We're going to start with the footer of the Manifestor blog, which currently looks like this. It's very simple. You see there is no photos, and it says, thanks for taking the time to read another one of my random emails about human design from the point of view of a 4/6 emotional manifestor. If you want to learn more about human design in the context of having a thriving online business tailored to your design, check out this human design guide for business for all business types. I actually wrote for all business types instead of for all human design types. And this is actually leading people for information on my website, maytribe.com, which is the one for this channel. Because when I was writing this, I didn't have a website dedicated for that. And I didn't have any information about human design written anywhere other than the website relating to business. And then it says, see you in the next one. Till then, have fun initiating or enjoy waiting for response invitation. I don't know how to do those, but if you do, may it be awesome. Love, May. And yeah, this footer is no bueno. No bueno at all. This account was created last year, as I mentioned, around November, and it didn't have merch for manifestors that I was selling. I didn't have anything. So that's why I only used that link to that website. And also back then I would blog about everything. And I feel like I'm going to blog about more the general aspect of human design with a new publication, while this publication is going to be dedicated to manifestors. So I can finally like narrow things down fully with the footer. I also want a photo of me, and I also want to have photos or links that represent the fact that I have merch that I sell to human design manifestors and in general on blueprintreflections.com, and maybe even to put in something relating to the book. I really want to use a photo of me as a fire starter. I did it when I did the consistent characters with Ideogram, and that photo is brilliant and I love it. And I ended one of the blog posts with this photo, and I kind of want it to be appearing at all times in all footers, but I also wanted to include product photos. So I feel like I'm going to do some kind of collage, like one photo that represents multiple photos at the same time. And you know what? Instead of me rambling on, let's hop on over to my screen for the first part of this ping pong and watch me design the new footer for the Manifestor blog. So we're at the Manifester blog, which is the first publication on Substack that I want to edit the footer of an email. I'm going to head on over to dashboard and I'm going to scroll down to settings and then we're going to hit emails. This is where you're going to find how to edit your header and footer and click on edit. And as I've shown you a minute ago, this is what it looks like, but I do want to change it. And the information that I want with it will include merch as well and a photo. So I'm going to head on over to Canva and I'm going to create a custom size photo. I think I'm going to width it at 1,000 and let's hide it as 800. No, 1,300 by 800. I think this is a good aspect ratio. Let's have a look. Yes. No, actually I want it to be, let's resize this. I want it to be more horizontal, so let's hide it at 650. Resize. Thank you. That's much better. Now, what I want to have here is that photo of me burning things because manifestors are the fire starters. So I'm going to drop it here. And I also want to have product photos for manifestors. So I'm going to head on over to my website to manifester merch and see what kind of merch I want to include in this. I like to hear to make waves not fit in. I do want something with a fire starter, the 3 B's of informing. Let's do, no, not another mug. I want one of the notebooks, perhaps. I don't have all the products I want, so it's kind of hurting the process, but you know, let's do this mug. What do we have? We have a photo. Oh, we have a photo of a mug. Okay, so we have a mug. We have a tumbler. We don't need another mug. I want a sweatshirt. This one. And I want a notebook, which I don't have a lot now. But I like this one. And now, let's open image in a new tab for all of them. I don't need the actual products because they're all going to be separate. I just want to open them in a new tab. Open in a new tab. And then save all of these images to my download folder. It doesn't matter how I name them at this point. It does matter how you name things for SEO, but these photos are going to be a part of one photo that will be in the footer. So basically a photo of me starting a fire plus 4 products. And let's go to Canva. Get 1, 2, 3, 4 photos of the products here. And I'm going to be using this photo of me starting a fire, which I did with Ideogram. It's actually like a photo of me. It's amazing. I love this thing. And there is a tutorial on how I did that. I'm going to head on over to Elements and I want to create 5 photo grid. Like I want 1 photo on the left and then 2 by 2. They should have that grid here. Kind of like this. Ha, I found it. Let's work on the spacing, but I don't think it will be enough. I think I want it to be more flat. No. Let's just take a 4 by 4, like a 2. Let's just take a 2 by 2 and move it here. Space it out and go to uploads. Take this photo, stretch it all the way down, move it a bit. I feel like this should even be a bit raised because most of these photos would look good more vertically aligned. Stretch this out a bit more, center this. Let's give it a try. I feel like I maybe want to do something a bit different. Maybe I should have used the original size that I wanted to do because the original size now feels better. It was 800. Just resize this one. Thank you. Move it up, down here. Move this up, up, and up. Okay, now I'm thinking maybe I want to give it like a frame. Like I want it to be emphasized that this is like a different part of the, like it's not, I just want a frame on it, honestly, but an outline. So we're going to take a shape, we're going to color it in nothing, and we're going to give it a border. And then we're going to take this lovely shape here, 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 and we have ourselves a border. I'm going to call this Human Design Manifestor TMB footer link. I hope that you cannot hear all the construction done in the background. I'm going to download this as JPEG, and this would be enough. And we're going to head on over to our email footers and click on edit. Remember, we were here. First thing we're going to do is add this photo, add image. And now, thank you for taking the time to read another one of my random emails about human design from the point of view of, human design focusing on. Thank you for taking the time to read another one of my random emails about human design manifestors. Thanks for letting me inform. Ooh. Once more. No, I don't like it. Thank you for taking the time to read another one of my random emails about human design manifestors and other design types. I kind of like how it was before. No. The point of view, yeah. If you want to learn more about human design, no. So my purpose here is to refer them to the merch, to refer them to learn about human design manifestors. And I don't think I like the frame so much now. My mind is a mush. Let's go delete this frame. Space these out a tiny bit. Space this from them. And then change the background. The background maybe to black. Huh, now it just looks weird. Okay, I think this is better. Download JPEG. I like this one much better. Delete. Dum, da, da, dum. No. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to read another one of my random emails about human design from the point of view of a 4-6 emotional manifestor. Visit my official website, Blueprint Reflections. Link. Official website. BlueprintReflections.com. Let's just grab the link here. For more information about human design in general, that is a page, Understanding Your Design. This is from my fourth wall store, so I'm going to remove the ENUR EU thing. Just make a normal one, information about human design in general. Link. And more about being a human design manifestor. There is a link to that too. It's here. Dun, da, da, dun. Okay. Okay. And then we have this photo, which I'm going to link to Gifts for Manifestors. It's one of my collections. Image link to this. On my website, you'll be able to find cool statement merch designed for manifestors. Dum, da, da, dum. As well as other design type. And look into my new human design poetry book. Link to the page about the poetry book, not to the poetry book itself. The reason why I'm not linking to the poetry book itself is because it's on Amazon and not everybody uses Amazon.com. Then I wrote, wishing you a joyous spark of creativity or 2 weeks of long naps based on what you need, May. I'm going to save this. I love this as a footer. I think it's going to be so much better than the footer I have now, and I absolutely love this. And we're back to me, and honestly, this was kind of fun, and this was a lot easier than I thought, and I really like how the new footer looks like now, and I'm actually really excited for future blog posts because I feel like I was kind of preventing myself from scheduling posts on the Manifestor blog because I knew that the footer is not going to be really converting. So I preferred to kind of lay back on it. If you even go to the Manifestor blog, you're going to see that there's like a really big time gap that I wasn't posting anything because I was working on Blueprint Reflections and the book Blueprints of the Soul. But now that that's done and the footer is done, I can actually go back and be more consistent with the articles that I'm writing for this blog. Moving on to my first publication ever, which was the one for this channel, which is maytribe.substack.com, with the current footer looking like this. Thanks for being a member of the May Warrior community. I have some cool resources that could help you elevate or start your online business. The YouTube channel filled with practical tutorials on the different money-making methods, industry news, and creative tools. That is a link to the YouTube channel, the one in green. The Human Design Business Guide, which again, I was pushing it back then, but I don't really want to talk about it on this channel per se. I'm going to have a different channel for that. So there was a link to that, and then our community discount for Hostinger, and then we have the official website that I built with Hostinger, and a full playlist of tutorials for Hostinger here. I feel like when I made that footer, this was the thing that I was talking about the most, and these were like the questions that I would get the most: how to build websites or how to use Hostinger Website Builder. It was actually right after I revamped maytribe.com with Hostinger Website Builder, so it made sense as a footer back then, but it doesn't really make sense now. At the end, you see our Facebook community for creatives to share their tips and struggles with a link to the Facebook group, which of course I would like to keep. Enjoy, create, and most importantly, have a beautiful day. And I feel like this is not a good footer. It has too many links. It has no photo of me. Like, I really want things with photos of me in them. I feel like, that's kind of normal to wrap it up with a photo of you, and then it would kind of relieve the pressure of me wrapping up with a photo of me whenever I do a post. I want to mention in some way the fact that I have a business plan, the master steal my business plan video, because that's where I explain like multiple marketing methods, multiple content creation methods, and multiple products and services that I'm going to be selling. So multiple monetization methods under one business. And I feel like that is kind of a pillar content or the most important video that I've done, because every single video that I do now comes from that. Every single thing that I'm working on comes from understanding that video. So I want that video to be reflected in the footer. Of course, I would like to have the Facebook community link as well. And I think I would like to link to the Substack tutorial and to the full fourth wall video, because these are the current questions that people are asking me about. So with that in mind, let's go to my screen, continue this ping pong, and design the new footer for this Substack publication. Did the same process, went into my settings. I'm going to click on emails and head on over to edit header and footer and edit this mess. Goodbye. Now, I want a photo of me. I kind of want a photo of me here, but I'm not really sure which one. I'm thinking also to take some of the ones that I did from Ideogram. There were some really nice photos of me, like formal, I guess. Or maybe a photo of me with a sword. How did this one look? My hair was too puffy. Yeah, it's from an original photo when my hair was too puffy. Ooh, there is one that I like here. Have you guys seen 12 Monkeys, the TV show, when they always say like, see you soon? I love this. I love this. I don't care that it's not business oriented. For those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm not the most conventional person, so I really don't care. Okay, let's start with writing. Okay. Thank you for being a part of the Maytribe community here on Substack. We also have one on Facebook if you want to join, which will require me to take the Facebook link to the group. Come here, link. Thank you. In this publication and on my YouTube channel, I talk about passive income mostly from the perspective of my current projects. For more information about my current master plan, that's the video of Steal My Business Plan. Let's copy the link for that one. And my new niche, watch this video here without the timeline, and check out if my marketing plan or tools can apply to you and assist you in building your creative online empire. Bold. Feel free to also check out the full Substack tutorial I like how when you write Substack on Substack, it tells you that it's not a real word. If you're interested, I think also let's expand it to the word tutorial. If you're interested in starting your own publication or watch the full breakthrough of the shop builder that I'm using, fourth wall, the free shop builder link that I am using for my new project, Blueprint Reflections. Have a beautiful day and see you soon. I love this. Save. This is my new footer. I don't know if you like it or not, but this is my new footer and I love this. And we're back to me. We finished the ping pong, no more screen parts, and I'm super happy with how this publication footer looks like. This is so much more me than, just text and random links with no rhyme or reason. So I'm loving it. And honestly, I would love to hear your thoughts about my Manifestor blog footer, about this footer, how you can see this perhaps appearing with your online businesses. And if this gave you some ideas for your own Substack publication, please let me know in the comments down below. I want to leave you with 2 links on the screen right now that might help you out if you're interested in the thing that I just talked about. The first one is how I use ChatGPT to write SEO blog posts, but I'm actually making them kind of personal, and I actually use them a lot in the Manifestor blog. So if you want to use ChatGPT for SEO blog posts or just really interesting storytelling blog posts, I would recommend watching that video. I'm using ChatGPT for free, by the way, so you don't need to pay. And the second video that I'm going to leave you on the screen right now is Ideogram, consistent character creation, which is how I created that photo of me walking away from the fire, or even that photo of me that says see you soon. But with that being said, and I'm sorry for laughing, but I'm batch filming today and this is like my 4th video and I'm super tired. So that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or at least entertained. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!